US Immigration and Customs Enforcement has just announced on their website about the changes for international students who are about to come to the US and for those who are already in the US. This is a big news and a very important news for all the students. This is Chaitanya Samphara, faculty at the College of Business, University of Texas, Arlington. Before we go any further, it is important to understand the entire process and the terminologies that I will use. So first of all, we have the Department of Homeland Security in the United States. It is similar to Home Ministry in India. Now, what Homeland Security does is that it is responsible for the security of the country, and it is responsible for controlling who can enter the country and who can exit the country. Now, within the Department of Homeland Security, there is another department called SEVP, which stands for Student Exchange and Visitor Program. SEVP is responsible for keeping a track of all the people who come to the US for studies. And SEVP is responsible for deciding all the rules for international students. Now, SEVP has this database of all international students called SAVIS. SAVIS stands for Student and Exchange Visitor Information System. SAVIS keeps a record of all students. If you have already been in the US, you must know about SAVIS, and if you have not yet come to the US and have not gone through the visa process, it is good to know that right now. What you need to do before you apply for a visa is that you need to file the SAVIS form. When I came to the US in 2006, the SAVIS form used to cost $100, and I just checked today, it costs now $350. Now, when you pay $350 for SAVIS application, it is a one-time fee. Once you have paid for it, you don't have to pay it again. Now, when you apply for a visa, you should bring your visa documents, all the supporting financial documents, and your SAVIS form. Now, your SAVIS form has all of your details, which shows the visa officer that you have in fact put all your information in the SAVIS system. Now, let's say your visa gets declined. In that case, you need to apply for a visa again if you still want to come, but then you have to pay the US visa fee again, but SAVIS you don't have to. Now, another important term is that when you apply for a visa, there are broadly, let's say, two types of student visas. One is called F1 visa and another visa is called M1 visa. F1 visa is where most students come to the US. F1 visa is a normal visa where you can pursue a proper college degree, bachelor's, master's or PhD. Now, M1 visa is a visa given for pursuing vocational courses that can include nursing, cooking, let's say, plumbing, being an electrician, being a mechanic, all these kind of courses. Now that we understand what Homeland Security is, what SEVP is, what SAVIS is, and what F1 visa and M1 visa are, let's move ahead. Now, what had happened is that after the COVID situation stuck, SEVP changed the rules and it made exemptions. And these exemptions said that international students who are already in the US can actually take all online courses because there was no option. All the universities had converted their courses online. In fact, my own university had taken all in-person classes online. Now, the first rule that SEVP has announced is to do with the visa process. Let's say you have applied for universities and you have already accepted an admission offer for fall 2020 semester. Now, if your university decides that all its courses are going to be completely online, or the courses that you are taking in fall semester are all going to be online, then you will not get a visa. Now, the second rule is that if you have a visa already, but after you get your visa, it is announced that your university is going completely online, or the courses that you are likely to take in your department are all going to be online, then again, you may try to enter the US, but the immigration officer will turn you away. You will not be allowed to enter the United States. The third rule is that if you also manage to get in, or if you have already been here and in fall semester all of your courses go online, or again your courses are online, then you must leave the country. Now, the fourth portion of this announcement is to do with the nature of courses you are taking. Let's say you take 3 courses in fall semester, then you have the exemption for one course. That is, that one course could be completely online, but all other courses you take have to be either in person or in hybrid format. But you cannot take more than one completely online class. If you do, you again lose the status and you have to come back. Now let's consider another situation. let's say you take 4 courses, 2 of which are completely online, then again you must leave the country. So simply put, only one class you can take which is completely online, no more than 1 course. But then again, these are the rules for students on F1 visa. If you are on English language training program or you are on M1 visa, which is vocational degree visa, all of your courses have to be either in person or they have to be hybrid. You cannot take any course on M1 visa or English language training program which is completely online. If even one course is completely online, you must leave. Another strict rule that SAVP is enforcing is that your university is required to update your service record and let SAVP know within 10 days if there is any change in your course structure. Let's say you are taking 3 courses in fall 2020, only one of which is completely online, and then for some reason your university decides that the second course that you're enrolled in, which is either in person or it is a hybrid course, is now fully online, then within 10 days your university is required to update SAVP, and then you are required to leave. And to make it worse, let's say you are enrolled in again 3 courses, only one of which is fully online, and then you decide to drop a second course and take another course which happens to be fully online. Again, because you are taking more than one online course, you are required to leave the country. What is going to be the impact of this rule? Let's say you have not yet come to the US and your university decides that all of your courses will be online, completely online. Then why would you even want to come? What's the point of coming all the way to a new country and sitting in your apartment all day and not even going to the university? It's pretty pointless. So that should not be a concern at all. And another issue is that the consulates in most countries are not even open as yet. So if the consulates do not even open and if you do not even have the visa, why would you even come? Or rather, how could you even come? So then those things are out. Now the real problem comes when you actually arrive in the country and then you find out that more than one of your courses is going to be online, and then you have to go all the way back again. If you have not yet come to the US, you must know that there is admissions office and then you have an academic advisor in each department. From them, you can actually find out which of the courses are online and which of the courses are hybrid or in person. And you must communicate with them and decide the nature of courses you will take before you come. And you must make sure that no more than one course are completely online. That the most unfortunate event could be when you are taking in-person or hybrid courses and then they later decide to convert those courses to completely online courses, and for no fault of yours you have to leave the country. Now this could be a difficult situation for international students who have already been in the US for 1 or 2 semesters. Now their spring semester was already converted completely online. Now let's say they're enrolled in 3, 4, 5 courses in the fall semester that have also been converted online. Now with this rule, they cannot stay in the US anymore. They have to go back. If universities decide that they want to retain international students for the fall 2020 semester and they had converted certain courses from in-person and hybrid to completely online, they might be forced to revert back. What it means is that now they will have to change the courses back to hybrid format or in-person format so that international students can continue to take courses on campus and they can be in legal status in the US. And if that happens, it could be a dangerous situation for students as well as professors. For example, I am supposed to teach 2 sections of an MBA level class in the fall semester. Now, one of those sections was completely online by default. Not only is that class completely online, it is also asynchronous online, which means that students and the professor do not have to be online at the same time. I can record and upload my lectures anytime I like, and students can watch those lectures anytime they like. The only rule is that the exam is at a fixed time. The other section I'm teaching in fall 2020 semester used to be an in-person class which was converted to completely online but synchronously online class, which means that students and the professor are all supposed to be online at the same time, and I was required to teach that class on video, and all the students were required to be live during that video lecture. And now because of this SAVP rule, some classes might have to be reverted back and it is possible that my course could also be reverted back to either hybrid or in-person class. If that happens, it means that students and professors like myself will be exposed to a lot more people than we would like. So at the moment, we do not know how the universities will react and what kind of steps will be taken by the universities. And if universities force certain classes to move from online to in-person or hybrid format, we do not know how faculty would react. I'm sorry for not being too positive, but I'm saying things as they are. This is what the current situation is like. But what we all can do is try and be as safe and take as many precautions as we can. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind, God bless America, and please take care of yourself.